Yeah. Oh, that was Trevor.
Jack Hedges was his dad.
Oh, did he ever ride the bike? Oh, because you're a man.
There's a lot of his dad.
Yeah.
Did he used to do grass track and then?
Yeah. I think we all did a bit of grass track first. That's one of them things. Get grass track first.
You've got to speed up on the bend.
Oh yeah.
Accelerate on the bend.
Getting ready. So this gentleman's going to explain to me a little bit about the history of Speedway, how it's got himself involved. Yeah, if you could.
Okay, my name's Pete Rout. I'm Classic Race Jackets, and this is part of my collection of old Speedway race jackets, rider suits, and 3 bikes that I remember from the era that I grew up watching Speedway. I started going to Ipswich when they opened or reopened in 1969. Had ambitions to race Speedway soon after then. Was advised to go grass track racing, which I did in the early 70s, mid 70s. And they said if I was good, I could then go back and have a trial for Speedway.
Okay.
Tell how good I was, because I eventually got on a Speedway bike in 2004.
Oh.
But we had fun.
Okay.
So the 3 bikes I've got in my collection are the bikes I remember racing.
So these are 3 bikes out the front?
Yes, these ones here. So.
Okay, so if I move over.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so start with your first bike.
Yeah, so when I first watched Speedway in Ipswich '69, a lot of the riders were still on the old Jap engine bikes. Jap is J.A. Prestwick.
Right, okay.
So we got 500cc, no brakes, no gears, runs on methanol.
Right, okay.
So, and then going from there, they then brought in the Czechoslovakian Jawa machine.
Jawa?
Jawa, J-A-W-A.
Oh,
These were pretty much the bike choice for a number of years. Less maintenance than the Jap. A lot of the top riders used to ride these for like 30 meetings with a bit of maintenance and then sell the bike or sell the engine. So this is sort of like from the 70s. And then what came in from the sort of the mid 70s onwards into the 80s was the 4-valve engine, which is the Westlake, which is the bike here.
So this is the more complicated of the bikes?
Yeah, it's got a more
4 valves.
powerful 4-valve head. There was a lot of controversy when these came in. There were a lot of accidents because of the increased power of the bike. There was talk about banning them because of that, and also the expense. This bike I've done as a tribute bike to a Ipswich rider, Dennis Sagalos. It's a famous American rider who rode for the Ipswich Witches in the 80s. So this is sort of a tribute to Dennis. So we've got the 3 eras of bikes. The first 2, the Jap and the Jawa, I raced both of those at an amateur level for 10 years. Or should I say rode as opposed to raced. I won't go too much.
Did you get any wins or did you get close?
Just amateur racing.
Yeah, but that's all right. It's experience, isn't it?
That's right. And some demonstration rides with ex-professional riders on the Jap bikes. During that time, I started making race jackets, replica race jackets, because I made my first ones when I was grass tracking. 10 years ago when I retired, I actually started a small business making replica race jackets.
Oh, okay.
This is part of my personal collection, but 90% or more of the ones on here are original race jackets.
Can we have a look inside and you can just...
Please do, I'll show you some.
Yeah,
some
okay, I'll follow you through.
So, first of all, as we go past here, these are famous leathers. John Louis, the top Ipswich rider, actually Mr. Ipswich Speedway. These are the leathers he wore in 1975 when he became 3rd in the world final.
Oh, wow.
British champion, and won the British League with Ipswich with these leathers on. That's his original personal
So these are
sponsors
the original
jacket.
leathers, yeah. Wow.
And then if we pan over to this one, 1983, Billy Sanders, another top Ipswich rider who came from Australia when he was only 16. These are the leathers he wore when he was in the world final that year. So again, very
Looks like they've seen some action, especially
yes,
down on the
and,
ground.
Keep them as they were.
Yeah.
Original on that one.
So you got the original patina.
Yep. And the latest ones I got last year was a bit later on, 83 again. Danish rider, Preben Eriksson.
Oh, okay.
So again, top Danish international as well as Ipswich rider. You've got local sponsorship as well as here. I discovered that this race jacket, in '83, Ipswich had different race jackets for home meetings or away meetings. This is the away meeting design, number 3 that Preben would have worn.
Okay.
So it's the right jacket for the leathers. Okay. We go through some of the examples.
Okay, yes.
Okay, we're now looking at some of the race jackets in my collection. I have a few more, but I've just brought a selection today. Most of the ones you see hanging up are original race-worn race jackets, and everyone has a story behind it, either because of the rider, the meeting, or the team. If I just point out some interesting ones here, this is again a John Louis original race jacket when he was sponsored for individual meetings.
Oh, okay.
So that one has come back.
With a cigarette sponsorship
Yeah,
in the day,
that's back in there.
Yeah, back in the day.
This is a rare one which I've actually got on loan. The race jacket when Ipswich opened in '69.
Oh, okay.
So that's a rare one.
So that's 54 years old.
Yeah. Some others here.
Incredible.
This race jacket and the similar one on the other side.
Yeah,
Same year, 1974.
yeah.
This one was from my hero, Sandor Levi. Rode for Ipswich. A very tough guy, ex-Hungarian freedom fighter.
Oh, really?
He was teamed up with Ollie Nygren, and they were very experienced, very hard men riding. Real hero of
To
mine.
take a few knocks.
Yes,
Yeah.
like riding with a broken collarbone and things
Oh,
like that.
really? Yeah,
Things
no
doing-
messing about. Yeah.
A few years ago, I had the pleasure of his daughter came up to a meeting at Foxhall in Ipswich, and she said that Sandor was her dad, so we had quite an emotional reunion with the race
okay.
jacket.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's nice for her.
It's part of the family history there.
That's right. Some other ones here. This is Newcastle Diamonds. This is signed by multiple world champion Ivan Major, who rode for the Diamonds. I wore this race jacket for an anniversary meeting at Wolverhampton a few years ago. And as I came out of the change rooms, Ollie Olsen, another world champion, saw me, came straight over, shook my hand, because that was the first team he rode for.
Oh, wow.
So inside, he actually signed it as well.
Fantastic.
So it's all things on here.
Yeah.
Okay. This race jacket here was used for the World Championship qualifying rounds in the 1950s and early 1960s. So you'd have riders like Ronnie Moore, Barry Briggs, Peter Craven, that type of era. So all of these, they're all different designs they had for each season.
Have you ever thought of writing a book on this? Putting
I
down
know
your
a
knowledge
bit, but
into,
it's
onto
still,
paper?
yeah. Possibly at some point, but
Yeah.
it's quite complicated, and obviously they change the design mostly every season.
Yeah, I guess
different
so.
teams, but say everything's got a story behind it. This is another one of Ollie Nygren's race jackets we rode in Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Varjana, and he was known as Varg Ollie, so he was Wolf Ollie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and you got his signature as well.
Yeah. A number of the race jackets for Ipswich, because I'm an Ipswich lad. So
yeah, I
it's
can
one
see
of
that. I
those.
see you're passionate about Ipswich. Yeah.
Some other ones as well.
Good.
Peter Farrer, and this one Wimbledon down the bottom, are from a good friend of mine who's ex-Ipswich as well, Mick Hines.
Yep.
So I've got a number of race jackets on loan. So it's just a passion for me
Yeah.
to collect and to display it. Some of the things I do as well, especially sort of pre-COVID, was go around to like care homes and
Oh, really?
dementia groups to actually trigger people's memories.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's surprising who you meet and what
Yes.
memories it triggers.
And what
as well.
memories you,
So I
rejuvenate.
just love doing it as part
Oh,
of what I
thanks
do.
for what you do. Thank you very much. Thank you.
They do move.
Yeah. Cool. That takes it back. What you all go through.
Speedway years ago.
Yeah, a lot.